We're rewinding all the way back to April 1989, a month packed with moments that would help shape the Gen X experience.
From groundbreaking technology to unforgettable pop culture and major world events, April 89 felt like the future was starting to arrive.
So let's break down the biggest things that happened in April 1989 and why they mattered so much to Gen X.
So grab a drink, grab a snack, and let's go all the way back. Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Gen X Unfiltered, the podcast.
What's up, everybody?
Hi,
hey everyone.
Steve, Eric, how are you?
Doing good, thanks. So I was just laughing off camera. There was a cat in the studio that decided to smack into one of the guitars.
Let's preface it by saying that the cat is a kitten, so that explains the mischievousness.
Yes,
Yeah.
so this is one mischievous cat that is all over the place down here. A little mouse catcher.
Yes, that's right.
Keeps this dungeon safe.
That's right. But yes, hello, welcome. How are you all today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing fantastic.
I feel like this is the third time we've gone through this. But yes, it is a wonderfully beautiful, sunny, somewhat on its way to spring Saturday.
It feels like we turned a corner, and I don't think there's any winter. Winter's in the rearview mirror at this point. I think.
That's right.
Oh, don't jinx it. It's still April.
I know.
Yeah,
Anything can happen.
It snowed like 3 hours from here yesterday.
I'm choosing to be positive and saying winter for us is in the rearview mirror. We're on to spring now.
I'm like the weekend. I feel it come in.
Well, guess what, guys? We are going to take we got to step into our time machines,
I'm ready
right?
because I hate today.
And we're going really, really far back. We're going back like 36-ish years. We're going back to April 1989.
Good year.
I remember April 1989.
Yeah.
I remember.
We were just little pipsqueaks.
I was a wee lad.
We were running around, drinking from the hose water and riding our
That's
bikes.
right. The carefree.
That's right.
Living it up. Had no idea what was in
Not
store
a
for
care
the
in
future.
the world. Didn't even have to work a summer job at that point.
That's right.
No. So, yes, we are going to go through some moments that shaped us.
The moments that made us.
The moments that made us.
That's what we're calling this. We're going to be doing this on a regular basis. The moments that made us. We're going to be looking back on specific months throughout the decades and sort of what Gen X, pop culture, sporting events, political events, what happened in those months and kind of go back and relive and remember what it was like.
And I will forget that again because we literally, before we hit record, discussed what it was called again, and I forgot.
I want to think positive. That was not a bad omen that we just boffed it on the first go.
I mean, it's not an omen. It's just very on brand. If anything, we're predictable.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's right. So the moments that made us, April 1989.
So are you guys ready? We have it categorized. Okay, let me preface this again by saying that we realize there's probably a gazillion other moments that happened in April 1989. This is just sort of a short list that we plucked from our research.
Yeah. We're not going chronologically through every single thing that happened, but yeah, some big points that as Gen X we should, I think, all remember.
Yeah.
All right, and if we missed any, comment below. Let us
Yes,
know.
absolutely. Always let us know in the comments. We appreciate it.
All right, we have it categorized into a few categories. We'll start with the technology and the future arrives. Nintendo launched the Game Boy on April 21st, 1989 in Japan. Now, in Japan, but then in July, it was released in North America, just so we all know. But April, it was officially released to some part of the world.
Yeah.
It was bundled with Tetris. This little gray brick changed gaming forever. Portable gaming became mainstream overnight. I remember there was a whole movie about Game Boy, wasn't there?
There might have been a movie where they played Game Boy.
No,
I'm thinking of The Wizard with Fred Savage.
Yeah.
No, that's where they had. That was the Nintendo Power Glove.
Yeah.
I used to
And
love that
they
movie.
played Super Mario 3 was the big reveal at the end of the movie.
I used to love that movie. First question.
California.
First question. Yes or no, Steve, did you have a Game Boy?
I did not have a Game Boy.
Eric, did you have a Game Boy?
I didn't, but my brother did, so I would steal it whenever I could.
How come he got one and you didn't?
Good question, actually.
Yeah,
I'm going
that
to bring this up
seems
on my next family
I
dinner.
would 100% find out what did you have to compensate for this, because that Game Boy that was an expensive
Hold
toy.
on. In my family, that would have been a joint gift that we had to share.
So interesting fact. I don't think it wasn't. It was my brother's Game Boy.
Like, what's that about?
I don't
Are you
know.
talking about that in therapy?
Well, I'm going to go to therapy now and
talk
bring
about
it
it?
up.
First,
Yeah.
I would go to your family tomorrow and demand to know, demand compensation.
See, here's the fun. I think the weird thing is, I think we had a Nintendo, like a regular Nintendo.
Yeah.
And it was a shared. I'm positive it was a shared gift. But my brother,
maybe it's supposed to be a shared gift.
but my brother always said the Nintendo was mine, the Game Boy was his.
Oh, well,
That's how things were justified in the house.
look, if I know anything about Eric and his memories of familial disputes,
Well, let's talk about the shuttle launch.
I'm just going to say that chances are they're probably both were communal gifts. And his brother one time was like, this is mine, that's yours. And that's what stuck. But I'm assuming your parents' intention was them to be communal gifts.
Probably. I think my parents always bought us gifts in the hopes we would share and play together nicely. It didn't work
Yeah.
out
Your
that
parents
way.
know
Yeah.
nothing about siblings.
No, exactly. They tried all sorts of things. Like I remember they had like He-Man toys or whatever.
Yeah.
And they would get me like, I would get a good guy and a bad guy. My brother would get a good guy and a bad guy. Like, oh, they can play together. No, it didn't work
No.
out.
I think there's an age range where most siblings don't play together.
No, especially when it comes to like toys and things like that.
Yeah.
Like
or
the-
we'd start playing together and it would turn into a fight.
Usually it's like, here's your half, you break off the arms, here's your half of the toy.
The stories that my sister tells as adults about how horrible and horrific I was with her and her toys because I was the meaner older sister. I mean, who doesn't give their Barbies haircuts? Who doesn't and she brings them up like she's
Maybe the
mentally
problem
tormented.
was you weren't like giving your own Barbie a haircut.
Well, that's
I think the problem is you give her Barbie a haircut.
Yeah, but is that really that bad? I was just giving her a little self-care.
it's a younger sibling. Yes, it's a horrible thing to do. That's why older siblings suck.
And that's why younger siblings are crybabies. If you didn't know, Steve's a younger sibling. Eric and I are older siblings, not to each other, but in our families. Just had to clarify that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
but
We are not related.
no, but that's the typical older sibling. This Barbie needs a haircut. Not my Barbie, but your Barbie should get one.
Yeah.
Oh, you hate it? Oh, well, you shouldn't have cut its hair.
It was Rockstar Midge, and I remember doing it. She had this like fluorescent orange like denim outfit, and she had like the brown hair, and she had the bangs, and I cut them, and my sister still talks about it to this day.
Yeah.
She still has not gotten over this.
No,
should buy her-
Did you ever apologize?
I mean I didn't do anything wrong. I was doing
See, look
self-care.
at that right there.
For a fun thing, you should buy her a new Midge, and then when she gets all excited, opens it. When she's not looking, cut the hair again.
I've tried, but you know how much those are now?
I have no
You
idea.
probably have to go on like eBay.
Oh,
and
that's
shit.
the thing. Yeah.
Oh
I'm
my
guessing,
God.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no, thank you. All right, let's move on to the next technological item.
So I wanted to touch base 1 second, just quickly, because was there a movie about Tetris?
There was.
And because that's the thing they talk about, and this
I love
changed,
Tetris.
but it being on Game Boy was like changed everything because it was supposed to be like Mario. I think
Yeah.
they were trying to put Mario on Game Boy, and
That'd be annoying.
Well, and that's what the guy, whoever it was, I never saw the movie, but I think I saw the trailers for it or something, but it was like, no, Tetris is the game you want on this thing.
Yeah.
And that's what really blew up Game Boy was Tetris.
Tetris is a super addictive game.
Yeah, so
love
it was
it.
Tetris that really
Yeah.
propelled this thing out there more than anything else because they were going to go with Mario. Yeah.
Just real quick, like we think we need to point out how big a deal Game Boy was. It was like the launch of the first handheld game or system where you could like change the games. And at the time, it was like groundbreaking, and it's still like carries through today. Like the Switch 2.
Yeah.
They're just like new versions of the Game Boy.
Well, that's exactly. They got nicer and better. And Nintendo was the only one that had like Sega never. Did Sega have?
Sega had a Game Gear.
They did have Game Gear.
Yeah,
but
which burned through batteries like a mofo.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that was my dad's gripe with the Game Boy. He's like, oh, they're quiet. They're playing the Game Boy. I need batteries.
Yeah.
Well, Steve and Eric, I thank you for those fun facts.
All right, let's carry on. What is fact number 2 from April 1989?
Motorola released the first pocketable flip phone on April 25th, 1989. Motorola launched the Motorola MicroTac 9800X, the first truly pocketable flip phone, basically the beginning of the long road to everyone staring at their phones 24/7.
That's crazy. So it's a flip phone. When I read this, I thought it was the big brick, the Zach Morris brick, but it's not.
No, it's a flip phone.
But do you remember they had those ones that would like, it was almost like a brick and the bottom piece would flip
that's
down?
Zach Morris' phone.
And the
That was Zach Morris' phone.
No, Zach Morris was like the big brick solid one.
It didn't flip out at all.
No, but at one point they had the
But they
flip
already had the
phone.
ones that would like just the bottom would flip
Yeah.
open. And you had
Yeah.
like the little I don't know if that's what that was.
Do that one more time and see if you hit your head again. Because you literally hit your head every time you did it.
I'm trying to
He's
avoid
like,
microphone.
He's like, "Ugh."
That's why I couldn't own one. I just get hurt.
If anybody's watching the video of that, watch. He's
And
like, "Ugh."
the name rolls off the tongue. The MicroTac 9000X.
9800.
No, sorry, I don't have my reading glasses.
9800.
9800X.
Like,
Yeah.
Just rolls off the tongue like
I
iPhone.
know. No, in 1989, like, there's no way in hell I knew anybody or my parents ever had a cell phone. I was too young, so I do not remember this specifically, but I feel like obviously it's a very big date because it's now look where we are with phones.
Well, that's
exactly.
the thing that what it led to now, like it's crazy. You look at phones now versus even 15 years ago, like before the iPhone.
Yeah.
Before that kind of changed everything, you're like, it's nuts.
Same. In 1989, I don't know anybody who had like a real cell phone.
Yeah.
If in 1989, you were a badass if you had a wireless phone like in your house.
Yeah. No, I had one friend whose dad had a car phone.
Was it attached with a cable though?
Oh yeah, like it had an antenna on the back of the window and stuff like that. He had it for like work.
Lawyer, doctor, realtor?
No, I don't know. Sales maybe or something. I don't know. Not anything. No doctor, no.
A drug dealer, allegedly?
Possibly. Who knows? His dad was up to some shady stuff. No.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know. But he was the only person I knew that had but it was like, mounted in the front seat.
Yeah.
Like stuck out of the floor.
Yep.
And it had like an antenna on the back window and stuff like that. Yeah.
It's crazy to think about, like, it's just crazy, like how young we were when this happened. And it's been like, 36 years and where we are now. It's crazy.
No, that's what I'm saying. You go from these like brick phones that did jack shit with nothing to like now.
You have you have a computer in your pocket with a camera attached to it.
Well, and I've seen those pictures of ads from like the 80s where it's showing like a camera and a boombox and like all this different, and a video camera and all this stuff. And it's like now all of that is
in your
your phone. And it's nuts. Yeah. When you actually look back and think about it, it's some of it's really cool and awesome. Some is kind of scary, but it's amazing.
And then next up, we have the World Wide Web was being born. During spring 1989, Tim Berners-Lee was refining his proposal for what became the World Wide Web. Without this, there'd be no Google, no social media, no online shopping, no doom scrolling.
It's one of those that a good thing or a bad thing.
Look,
I mean,
was that Pandora's box?
Look, I will always say this about the internet and social media and stuff. It's like anything. It counts for anything big or small. You can turn anything bad. People can turn anything bad. The best thing in the world, they can turn bad.
Yeah.
I do believe at the core, aside from everything else of the bad and the blah, 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 I do think that the internet is an amazing resource. Look, I said it before. I just got 2 cats. I haven't had cats in a long time. I got 2 kittens out of nowhere. The amount of stuff I learned just by Googling without having to go to a vet or go to the, like clearly if it was anything serious, I go to a vet, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, ear mites, what are ear mites? Or, which food should I feed? Like, it's an amazing, valuable resource. I use it all the time.
You can't argue that there is a lot of good, but in typical
of course,
what do humans do? Just look historically, everything we do backfires.
Yeah.
Well, this is a perfect example.
There's an argument for being like the tool is neutral.
Yeah.
It's the hand that wields it that makes it good or bad.
This is a perfect example. I saw in a local Facebook group that the Costco in my area was selling Blue Jay blankets. They're like, oh, these are out of Blue Jay blankets, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, oh my God, I got to go. 5 minutes later, somebody posted, oh yeah, they're all gone. If there was nobody posting that on the internet, they would still be there if people went because you'd only know if you went there. But now, like, the same thing happened with a vanilla creamy Diet Coke. Like, that stuff annoys me.
No, that's a big problem. Like, look at like tourism and stuff like that. A lot of countries are like getting mad about tours because you got influencers who are like, look at this cool spot that no one's ever heard of before,
and then ruining it.
And it blows up on TikTok or Instagram. All of a sudden, there's like thousands or hundreds of thousands of people. That happened around here recently for us. There was a big sunflower farm.
Yeah.
And influencers are going in there and just stomping through the sunflower fields and ruining them. They're like, hey, you guys, like, stop.
You can't do this.
You can't do this. Like, we actually sell these things.
And I mean, like, I don't, again, like,
common sense,
at its core, do I think that that's bad and evil? No, but I mean, it just shows how, so many more people hear things, right? Than if just like, oh, word of mouth, or oh, you don't see it till you go to the store. Oh, you don't notice that sunflower field till you go there.
Yeah.
You can hear it in so many other places. At its core, I think that the internet, the World Wide Web, was a great thing that was discovered, invented, whatever, that is way more valuable than bad. The bad's bad. No, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of pros to it.
Oh, there's a lot of honestly, one of the worst things is probably the algorithm is what really, what really ruined it with social media and all this stuff. It's not even social media. It's the algorithms where it's only serving you up certain things that align with what you believe or want to hear or think. Those are probably what really made it nasty.
It just sort of reinforces your own narrow view.
You can live in this vacuum where everything you see agrees with what you think, and you never see any.
But that's the negative part because again, look, this is all for like money. The people that own Google want you, like, it's all money. Like, that's the thing, right? Like anything.
Like anything, once it becomes about making money, then it just changes everything. Yes, but no, it's crazy though that 1989. I recognize that name too. Was the Berners-Lee?
Yeah.
What a handle, Berners-Lee.
Can I ask you guys some questions now?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I know there's a question period, but go ahead.
Of course, there's always questions. What I'm gonna ask Steve this first, and then
You're on the hot seat.
What was the first piece of technology, whether you owned it or not, that you heard of, that made you feel like, quote, the future is here? Ooh. Eric, you have a few seconds to think, so start thinking.
I'm just going to copy
It's
Steve's
gotta
answer.
be probably my parents when they first got a computer.
Yeah.
It was a piece of shit Tandy, but I remember that, like, playing games on it and stuff, and it was like, it took forever to load. You had to put like 5 1/4 floppies. You had to put like 7 or 8 of them one at a time and stuff. But I remember playing games on that thing and like, oh, this is pretty cool. That, or maybe once we got a modem, and I remember like going on, you could log into like the library and like reserve a book through it and stuff. It was pretty basic. It was all like BSB or it wasn't BSB.
BBS?
BBS, yeah. So it's sort of simple stuff, but even that was like, oh man, like, this is pretty neat.
Eric?
I'm a little simpler. The very first piece of tech that I thought was like, wow, the future's here. My parents got a VCR, and on the VCR, I had a little like 1980s version of a digital screen and stuff.
Yeah.
And when you hit play, it had a little like a digital tape, like a VHS tape, and the little tape would be like moving, and it would move. It would move slow if you were in play, fast if you were to fast forward.
I remember that.
Rewind. And I was just like, because I remember my grandparents had the VCR, and it was like, I want to say one of the first versions. It had no screen at all on it, right?
Yeah.
Nothing. So the fact that this thing had a little digital screen that showed you what the tape was doing, I was like, the future is now.
For me, it was the internet. When we got a home computer, we had a home computer, and my mom, we got the internet, the old school dial-up internet. And before that, like, other than if you were in the school library and you like checked your email, and the internet was way different back then for any young kids out there. But I remember being like, wow, like I can, because it was like you could go to like CNN or like, like the news sites. And I thought I used to read CNN all day, every day at work. Like I would just refresh it and be like, oh my gosh.
And again, like back then, like, that's all there really was on there. Like, there was no Facebook, there was nothing else to do. I would go, I remember checking out like CBC.
But for me,
or TSN, the sports stuff.
For me, it was just kind of like, whoa, this is like really cool.
Oh yeah, no, it was like game changing.
Okay, now Steve, keep this answer a little bit, compact.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask Eric first.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Are we better off because of this tech, or was life better before it?
Ooh. I'm gonna say we're better off with the tech, I think. I think the tech enhanced people's like entertainment and leisure time. And I think I don't know, I don't want to live in a world without Game Boy.
Steve?
Yeah, no, I think it made everything better. In terms of convenience and stuff like that, in terms of like social norms and this and that, that's a whole other ball. But in terms of like day-to-day living, yes, it made life a lot easier in many ways.
I will 100% say this because I'm kind of even thinking of some like stuff a little bit more outside of just like, the stuff we do every day and use technology for.
Yeah.
But think of all the like medical advances because of technology. Like people are able to do surgeries on people remotely by robots. That's insane. Like that shit is like, yes.
Well, even like just the fact, like just like watching today, the Artemis 2, like the other day, like going, launching around the moon and, being able to,
very educational.
And they can like, it's crazy to blow my mind that with the mathematics, so they can basically time it to land within like, I think it was like 30 seconds difference than what they thought. Like it's amazing to pinpoint it and stuff like that. Like it's mind boggling. All
right. Are you guys ready to move categories?
I'll take sports and leisure for 500, Bob.
It's actually called sports history.
Oh, I was close. I read ahead.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played his final regular season game on April 23rd, 1989. His retirement marked the end of one of the most legendary careers in sports history. I'm not going to lie, I don't even know who this is. So the floor is up for you guys.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he was a legendary Laker.
Eric is like literally mind blown right now.
That's right. Because he was like, he did guest appearance on like some TV show, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying to think, he's been in other.
He had a pretty famous look too. He wore like the big goggles.
No.
Yeah.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Shaved head, big goggles. really tall guy.
Nope.
His legendary move, the skyhook, was undefendable.
Yeah, you don't really know. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
No?
I mean, I don't know a ton
I
about
did
Kareem
not-
Abdul-Jabbar, but I definitely know who he is and he's a basketball player. And
Yeah.
you
So
know.
why though do you think that is it like it was his career like still to this day
He had
legendary?
he had one of the longest careers of all time. He was the points leader. I think LeBron passed him a couple of years ago, but he was the all-time leading point scorer in the NBA for like decades.
Yeah.
So he had a massive career. He played for the Lakers. He played for a couple of teams before then too. I think Philadelphia. But yeah, go ahead.
So would he be like us or older Gen Xers, like probably their favorite player if they were into basketball back then?
Probably, if you were watching basketball in like the 70s and 80s, he could have been very well been your favorite player.
He was
Yeah.
up there. He was one of the he was a huge name. Yeah.
So it was
like,
He was
sad.
basically like the biggest superstar of the generation before Magic Johnson and Larry Bird.
So it was
And Michael
sad.
Jordan.
yeah,
It
he
was
kind of was.
sad when he retired.
Yeah, exactly. It was a big deal. It's sort of like watching like, a guy like Gordie Howe retire,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Sort of he'd been like the stalwart of the sport for a long time.
And it was kind of before the TV and all that stuff really kind of got involved, where he,
Yeah.
became much more accessible to everybody. I think too.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
growing up in Canada,
Yeah.
I don't remember ever like seeing NBA games on TV that
No.
much.
Okay, well there you go, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, should have
can
Kareem
I ask?
Abdul-Jabbar.
Can I ask
Yeah.
a question? Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
He is. I think he's not in great health though for some reason.
Like how old is he? Like 70?
He'd be close to 80, I think.
Yeah.
Oh damn,
Yeah,
Kareem.
yeah.
Oof. Does he still wear the goggles?
Regular glasses.
Yeah,
The goggles were for the game.
Yeah, you can see those on the court. Yeah.
All right, next up we have the Hillsborough disaster on April 15th. Tragedy struck at Hillsborough Stadium in England. It claimed the lives of 97 Liverpool supporters and forever changed stadium safety regulations.
Is this where they had like the mass crush?
I think
and they got
so.
crushed up against the fence or
I
something.
was-
It was like a big
Oh.
push forward.
I meant to Google it more once this came up, and I did have a version that had more details, but obviously I don't have that one in front of me, but I'm pretty sure it was that one where like it was massive. 97 people died.
Yeah,
So
and
if we're remembering that, that's probably
No,
what it
but
was.
I'm pretty sure from what I remember it was because they have they put like the safety barriers up around the field, and there was like a push of everyone to get down on the field or something, I think, and people got like squished and stuff. Whoa, awful, sad.
And we all know, like in Europe, like I don't know, football, soccer, whatever it's
Yeah.
called. They go crazy, those fans.
Well, people, I've seen it. Actually, it's funny that we're talking about this because I saw a TikTok the other day from someone who moved from Scotland to Calgary, and they went to their first hockey game, a Flames game, and they were shocked that I don't know who they were playing, but the home and away team visitors can sit side by side.
No, because that's one
Whereas
of the
in
rules. they have
Scotland, it's
when-
like, no, this half is home, this half, like, you do not mix player,
no,
you know,
because
if
they're
you're,
so crazy.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, because of stuff that
like
happened
this.
in
Yeah.
the past, like, there's some crazy footage of what these people would do to each other. Like,
Oh my god.
God.
I have I'm short of breath right now, remembering some footage. I'm assuming from this because it was very dramatic footage of people being pushed against the fences and like crushed to death. Ooh,
That's just horrifying.
Well, remember we watched that documentary about, was it Juice World, the Travis Scott?
Oh,
the
yeah,
Travis-
that people got trampled to
I
death.
can't.
Yeah, it was the same thing. People just got squished in, and
Look,
oh
this
my
is
god,
why I don't go to
Massive festivals
We
and
have an
stuff.
outdoor in Toronto. There's a half covered, half outdoor. I know it's something different now. It's RBC something, but it's the Molson Amphitheater for anybody who doesn't know.
It'll
does
always be
know.
on Skydome for life.
But I think now it's the RBC, whatever.
Yeah.
But so it has this huge open spot that's like on a hill, and I am telling you, I've been to tons of concerts there, and I literally stay. I need a point of exit.
Nope.
I can't go all the way up and over in the
I have
middle
no
of
desire.
nowhere.
Yeah, so it's basically like I said, half the front half is all
There's a
like
field.
seats and
Yeah.
you covered, but then the back half is all general admissions, which is a giant open square piece of ground.
I like to see my exit and be able to get
No,
there
I have
fast.
no desire
Yeah.
to go into the middle to try and get sort of middle
Nope.
center stage. Like even I remember a few times a bunch of it gone get there early,
Yeah.
and I'll gladly stick my point at the very back corner and just kind of stay over there. It's like I don't need to get into the crowd and
No, like
Yeah.
people walk all through, and all I think about is, oh my God, what if we have to evacuate really fast? There's only one way out.
I always remember going to the Warped Tour in 2000. So, God, that was a long time ago. And the one band I really wanted to see because they would do stage to stage, right? So the stage was empty because they were setting up for them. So I remember my buddy got like real close. And it wasn't too bad, but then, as people started getting busier and busier. And even then it was okay. But as soon as the band came on, and started playing, everyone just kind of took like a collective step forward.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it was just like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
I was like, fuck that. I
out.
didn't make it a song. I was
I
like,
cannot. The fact you
pushed
got
my-
out.
yeah, it wasn't like crazy.
No, but
The craziest part was there's a poor guy in a wheelchair
Oh my God, in the middle of this?
who was down there with, like, not with us, but like around the same
Around the
spot.
area, yeah.
And he was, sit down, I can't see. I'm like, what are you doing? So they ended up getting him out of
I
there.
just feel
Yeah.
bad that he'd be crushed.
Well, no, yeah.
That's what I was
just
thinking, like,
Luckily,
you
the
got
crowd
knocked
was
over.
pretty
That's good that they were good with
but
it.
like, yeah, I was just like, as soon as everyone kind of did that, it was like literally as soon as the guitar started, everyone just
No.
kind of took a step forward. It was just like,
I've never experienced that, but I can literally feel
oh,
it.
as soon as it happened, I was just like, I don't like this at all. So I had to go like 30 feet, 50 feet, whatever it was. I just kind of pushed my way back and, oh, okay, I can sit here. I can just enjoy the concert and not,
get crushed in the middle of
that
the...
was, I
Nope.
did not
crowd,
like that at all.
Never ever would I ever go anywhere near a mosh pit. I'm like, if I'm going to like an outdoor concert or festival, I'm like in the very last row. I don't care if I can see you or not. As long as I can hear you, I'm good.
Yeah, exactly.
I need an exit.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, just especially this day and age, I need an exit and I need to know where it is. All right, guys, just like the last segment, I got questions and I hope you got answers.
Ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies.
Ready.
Okay. Steve, I'll go back to you. Who were your biggest sports heroes growing up?
Patrick Waugh,
Okay.
goalie for the Montreal Canadiens.
All right.
Definitely by far my favorite player, I think, for anything. Yeah. Probably just, Patrick Waugh was sort of the guy I always looked up to.
All right, Eric.
Probably Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, and Roberto Alomar.
Wayne Gretzky.
I know. Wayne Gretzky's he's a little tainted now.
He's making some bad choices.
I know.
It's sometimes like this. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, at the time, back in like the 80s,
Yeah.
he was like the guy, right? So
Oh yeah.
Roberto Alomar.
yeah, he was one of my favorite Jays back in the
Yeah.
day.
He was
Yeah.
solid.
He was solid in the field, solid at the plate.
Yeah, Michael Jordan. I think everyone was a Michael Jordan fan in some way, shape, or form back in like the
I think so. Back in like the late 80s, early 90s. Yeah.
What about you, Kel?
I mean, I don't know. The fact that I probably change every time I watch a sport.
Okay.
Is it Kelly Gruber?
I wouldn't say I idolized him, but he was my favorite player at some point.
Those sweet flowing blonde locks.
Yeah. Next question. Okay, you can only pick one. Okay, the one that comes to your mind first. What sports moment from your childhood is burned into your memory? Eric, go.
What?
What sports moment from your childhood is burned in your memory?
Joe Carter hits a home run when the World Series 93.
Ooh, Steve.
Just the Montreal Canadiens win the Stanley Cup in 1993 because I was on a school trip in Quebec City.
What a year 93 was.
Yeah.
Jays
Yeah.
win, Habs win.
Yeah, I know.
I
didn't appreciate it at the time. I was too little to
I
like
know.
really.
I have to agree with Eric. I can hear that
Touch 'em all,
replay.
Joe.
That's some old Joe,
I can
yeah,
hear that replay now, and it just makes me get like goosebumps.
Well, to win a World Series
Like that.
is huge anyways,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
like
yeah.
a home run like that, like
Ooh,
my
I got
God,
goosebumps.
at home, like you can't,
Shivers.
you can't write that
I
shit.
do,
Like,
and I love that it's
Yeah.
Joe Carter, and he is still, for anybody who cares, he's still a part of the Jays organization in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, he was there.
always-
He threw at one of the pitches opening this
Opening
season, right?
No, it
Or-
was for the playoffs.
Oh, that
the
was
World
the play.
Series
Yeah,
last year.
that's right. Yeah. No, yeah, that was a huge home run.
Okay, and one more question. Do you think sports felt bigger culturally in the 80s and 90s than they do today?
Is that for me first?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to say no. I think the business of sports got way bigger. And
Culturally, though.
I think that's part of the culture, though.
Okay.
The culture, the business of sports just kind of like grew exponentially. And I think it's way bigger now than it was back then.
But do you think it's because that there's more exposure to sports now through the internet and social media?
I definitely think that plays a big part of it because you have more access to players now than you ever did before.
Yeah, because you can follow them, their
You can
personal
follow
lives.
them in their personal lives. Exactly. You can know what
Yeah.
they're up to. And the players, they take advantage of it. They're all about like, brand deals and stuff. So
Yeah.
they have their socials with their deals out there. So they're making their bank too.
Get
Yeah.
your bank while you can. What about you, Steve?
Exactly. Yeah. So what was the question again? Do I think sports are bigger culture now in the 80s? I think now it's just
It's just more exposure.
well, it's just good or bad with social media and stuff like that. Yeah, you can follow players more. I was actually reading an article yesterday about I had no idea, but there's a Twitter account or X account or whatever it's called, and all it does is it tracks they track like 700 NHL players, and it just logs if these guys follow or unfollow anybody on their Instagram
oh,
accounts.
yeah.
That's crazy.
But apparently it caused a whole big kerfuffle because after Canada lost to the U.S. in the Olympics,
Yeah.
one player went and unfollowed 3 Americans, and
Yeah.
it did a tweet saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
this." I can't remember, but like not a big name player by any means, and it became like this whole thing.
Of
Like,
course
look
it
at they're
did.
so angry.
Yeah,
It's like the
they're,
Facebook.
they're being bitter.
It's like
Yeah.
Facebook relationship status. You can't change that.
No,
shit.
yeah.
People
So that's
see it.
like, so there's even that stuff too, which is
Side
crazy.
note, I don't know if it was like this when it was Twitter.
Does anybody still do the Facebook relationship status?
I don't know, but I don't really pay attention. Okay, side note, when it was still Twitter, I don't know if they did this, but now that it's X, do you know that they have pornographic stuff on X? People can post like naked pictures and shit.
X is freewheeling, yeah.
They promote their like, oh, I have nothing against OF, but they promote their OFs with like clips of videos from their OF video.
Oh, not censored?
That's horrible.
No,
Who's doing that? Sorry, what was the account that's doing that? I should make sure I don't follow them.
I was
Let's do some
like-
investigative reporting
I
here.
was like, what? What's going on? I was like,
I
mean, I'm not a prude, but I was not expecting
No,
that.
I-
And it
I
was
wish
like,
you captured the reaction live. What? Where am I?
no, because
Pornography on the internet, my God, what's this world coming to?
I'm gonna say this is what I stumbled on. I was scrolling, and all
Twitter's
of a
supposed to be
sudden,
a safe space.
all of a sudden, it was a big, giant
Eggplant?
peach, but not a peach,
Oh,
right at the camera.
fully
But
exposed?
doing something else with the eggplant. I don't know. It
There
was
was a
very,
peach and an eggplant making sweat?
yeah, and like again, I am not a prude, but I was
Yeah.
I didn't know X had that stuff like that
I don't.
graphic.
I didn't really.
Why
I
are
don't-
why are people paying for OF that if you could just go on X and see it?
Well, I pay by the county, you get the milk for free. Yeah, I don't
True.
know. Yeah, I don't really go on Twitter. I keep calling it Twitter.
It's Twitter, but X.
I don't
whatever.
go on it that often, but
No,
I haven't been on it in a long
it's
time.
junky
Yeah.
now. It's like Facebook. Over it.
Yeah.
I do enjoy it though. Sometimes I will go in there if I'm watching like a live,
Yes.
like if I'm watching like a hockey game or something like that. I like to go on there and just
See what people
Live
are
tweet?
saying.
live tweets. That I do enjoy.
I go on it to be like somebody has to be thinking the same thing I am.
Well, then
Boom,
that's
boom, boom, boom.
exactly yeah. So I do sometimes, but it's very like I check it on a regular basis. I was on it last week at work.
Yeah.
I was like, and that was the first time I'd gone on it in
Yeah.
like probably weeks. So
I mean, I try to boycott it as much as I can
Well,
because, ew.
yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
enough said about that. Okay, next we're going to the next category: pop culture moments. The Arsenio Show Hall debuted. Okay, the Arsenio Hall Show
I was gonna say, what did you just say? I was like, you said hall like or show 3 times.
on an April 3rd, 1989, the Arsenio Hall debuted the Arsenio Hall Show. It became one of the coolest late night shows of the era, and yes, we all remember the.
Oh, that was
barking.
like yes.
Someone's going to do that. There
yeah,
we go.
that was like
Did he start doing that, or did it organically happen one time?
I have no idea. I mean, I remember watching. I don't remember it like because that was on Fox.
It
right?
was
It was on
very
Fox
late.
late at night. Yeah.
Fox was like the hip channel like
Yeah.
back then, like compared to like stuffy like NBC and CBS
Oh, yeah.
and ABC. Like Fox was where it was at. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fox is like, we're not going family friendly. We're going more like.
well, it had
for-
like The Simpsons and
Yeah.
Living Color, Arsenio Hall, like all this
We're-
stuff. Like,
the three major ones, like NBC, CBS, and ABC, they were playing it very safe.
well, you're comparing like Arsenio Hall to like Carson at the time.
I-
Like,
Yeah.
hey,
I
Kenneth
know.
McMahon to like Arsenio Hall. Like it's
Night and day.
I don't
yeah.
think that I ever watched a full episode of Arsenio Hall, but I remember seeing clips
We were
of it. Now,
pretty
can I ask a
young,
question?
so, yeah.
Can I ask a question? Ask a question. Was it like?
I
Did
don't
he
know,
have like?
can you?
Did he have like serious guests on, or was it like a jokey comedy?
No.
show?
It was,
Okay.
no. It was a legit.
Talk
Yeah.
show.
Well, it was a big thing. Like Bill Clinton played the saxophone on Arsenio Hall. Like that was it on Arsenio?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, like it was huge.
Up this cool factor.
Yeah.
Did he have to pay him his saxophone fee?
I don't know what that is. But
I remember he
yes.
has a fee for like if you
Well, that
request
probably
him to
started.
play.
That probably started after
Yeah.
he did
Yeah.
Arsenio. I'm guessing, but no. But like Arsenio Hall, yeah, like he was a real like sounds cheap, like a tastemaker.
All
Yeah.
right.
Like like he would, like what he said or did, like would make
Wonder-
a difference. Help make
Yeah.
things cool or not cool.
I
and-
wonder.
Sort of like almost like a Joe, not the same exact, but Joe Rogan, like
Yeah.
an endorsement from Arsenio Hall kind of got you credit with a certain crowd.
Yeah, because he was like, it was cool and hip and different
Yeah.
than like again a bunch of stuffy, like not stuffy, but like
Yeah.
Johnny Carson, like he'd been around since like the 50s or 60s.
Yeah.
I don't know when he took over the Tonight Show because it was Jack Benny before that, but
Yeah.
like or Jack Benny or Jack Bruce or whatever the hell it
Yeah.
was. But like it was.
But just like influential, right?
Yeah, but it was like old white it's old white guys like
Yeah.
Johnny Carson doing Kresnik and
No,
stuff
like,
like
good
that.
for
Where like
Arsenio
our
Hall.
grandparents and our probably lived in our parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
But
like,
for
"That's
people like
great."
us and the older, like but our generation, Arsenio
Yeah.
Hall was more
Awesome.
what was going on at the time was
Yeah.
cool with what's happening now, not hey, this is an old bit from like, hey,
Yeah.
with a golf swing and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't our parents' comedy and stuff.
No.
All right, guess what happened in April 1989 as well in pop culture?
Tell me.
Madonna's Like a Prayer topped the charts. The song and video sparked controversy and made everyone talk.
Wow, she actually lost a
Like
big,
a Prayer?
big endorsement with Pepsi over this song too.
Wait,
over the video.
did she do a song like a virgin too?
She did.
You know,
Yeah.
that was like her.
That was her
first big hit. I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's the prayer song? Why am I going blank? Oh, life is a
mystery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone stands alone. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I had to get it into my head because I was thinking of living on a
When
prayer.
you call my
Name. Ooh, that's
it's
a good tune.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that because of the burning crosses and stuff. So I was like, whoa,
And
what
exactly.
are you doing
Did it
here?
make all the
Black Jesus,
Karens
like-
get all crazy?
Well, no, I mean it's very like
Oh, I
burning
don't
crosses
actually
is
know.
like
Yeah.
that's like very
Okay.
racist
We
Yeah.
shouldn't burn crosses.
connotation. No, yeah, like it's
There's a lot, exactly. There's a lot of like,
it's like what are you doing? Because this is like a
yeah,
KKK thing.
But
yeah.
But
so it wasn't. That was the virgin one. That was because it was too sexual. That was the one that had the
Yeah.
Karens in an uproar.
that was probably just the lyrics. Yeah. Like,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't think that, I don't.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the lyrics in the MTV Video Awards when she did that performance of that song. She wore her like boy toy belt. It's just kind of rolling around on the stage and stuff. And people were like, this is too much.
Oh, relax. It's art.
It's tame by today's standards.
Yeah. But no,
Yeah.
the Like a Prayer, because there was a lot of religious connotations
Yeah.
too. So as soon as you
Yeah.
start doing, stuff with a cross, whatever, and Jesus and stuff
But
in there or
look.
whatever, like
Yeah.
that's gonna ruffle feathers.
It worked.
Oh yeah.
Madonna always knew. I mean,
She knew how to push the buttons of mainstream media.
without going sort of.
Yeah.
She never. I mean, back then you didn't really have quote unquote like the cancel culture that was sort of
No.
but she definitely would push. Yeah.
Yeah.
She wanted people to be talking about her.
Well, and then look, she made out with Britney Spears on stage at the video.
Well,
award
and that's
show.
a perfect example how she kind of, at that point, Madonna was kind
Passing
of
the
was the
baton.
old guard,
Yeah.
right?
Fun fact: have you heard the hidden meaning of what this song's actually about?
No.
No.
Do you know, or are you just asking us?
No, I know. Apparently,
Okay, well, what
apparently
is
it's
it?
about beachers.
Blowjobs?
Yeah,
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
okay. Well, I'll have to re-listen to it.
Yeah.
I'm down on my knees. I'm going to take you there.
Okay, but I
Yeah.
mean, like that could
Just
mean
saying.
a million things, right?
I'm just saying that's one of the apparently hidden meanings of the song.
I mean, that's more
Yeah.
fun than.
That's not a super unhidden. Like, I mean,
Well,
No.
it's a little bit like
but
yeah.
yeah. But yeah, no, okay, that's good. Yeah, it's a great tune.
It's just
but
like, okay, that's good. No, just kidding. I'll have to re-listen to the words because back then I probably wasn't listening to the words. It was just a boppy tune.
yeah, I'm trying to think. Although,
I still am getting confused with like a virgin in my head. Like a
no,
virgin.
yeah, that's like old.
I know,
like,
but
Yeah.
I'm
when
getting
Madonna
them
first came out.
confused.
Touch for the very.
Do you remember,
first time.
like,
She had that kind of more high pitched like
I-
voice she would sing in.
I think
Yeah.
I had this album, or sorry, cassette.
I'm trying to remember what was it.
Was that the one that Papa Don't Preach on it?
No,
I
that
don't
would have been. I think that would have been like like a virgin.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
then I had
I
like a
think.
virgin. I
'Cause-
used to love Papa Don't Preach. I know that's her songs are
Because
very.
that was also like, or was that on her for? I don't know. I can't
Papa
remember.
Don't Preach was like mid '80s. This is late '80s.
No,
Okay,
it
so
definitely.
Papa
This is,
Don't Preach.
I think Papa Don't Preach might have been her first album, maybe.
La Isla
Danny Aiello
Bonita.
in the music video for that one.
Yeah.
All
was the
right,
father
I could.
figure.
Now I want to download Madonna songs.
I've
And
read
listen to them.
La Isla Bonita. That's a great song.
I know. That was on
Last night I
that.
dreamt of San
Pedro.
Pedro.
That
has a
was on
ton of-
the. That was on the tape I had. Maybe I had more than one tape. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Was it the Immaculate Collection? Was that her greatest hits album? I don't even know.
I don't know.
I remember it had Papa Don't Preach on it. I used to love that song.
Yeah.
Papa
Yeah, Madonna's got a lot of
Don't
great hits, tunes, and I don't know what she's still around now. Every time you see her on.
Yeah, I think she has.
I just saw her recently. Wasn't she in Italy with somebody?
Yeah, because she has like a 30-year-old boyfriend husband again. So she
Yeah.
likes the younger men.
No, but
Yeah.
she was with like an actress or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I think it's that girl who's in. Was she in Ozark? If you want me to starve, you're gonna have
Oh,
to
that
kill
one,
me.
the curly haired girl.
Yeah, I don't know what I forget her name, but I think there's a picture. The two of them were like in a gondola in Venice or something.
So maybe they were just friends.
No, yeah, I'm not saying that. Well, I'm just saying, but it was like a photo shoot or something. I'm saying.
Oh, okay,
So,
well.
so yeah, I'm not
No,
sure
I'm
what it was
sure
for though.
She pops up in the media here and
That's
there.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She just kind of pops up and yeah.
And I'm gonna say, Madonna, like, yes, we all know you've had work done, and that's fine. No shame in your game, but you look great. Like, I would just because people, oh, she got work done. I'm just saying she looks
Yeah.
great for her age.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
she's always I think trying hard to look after herself.
yeah. I mean, she was. I remember.
She's in good shape, and
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is on April 21st, Pet Sematary premiered and traumatized every Gen X kid who watched it way too young. I never watched it as a kid.
I remember seeing this as a kid. Yeah, so it was terrifying. Little Gabe comes back.
The black cat hissing.
Yeah,
With the glowing eyes.
Winston.
Yeah.
I
cat.
think I don't-
Churchill. No, Churchill. That was the cat.
Yeah.
I think I only saw it as an adult.
Yeah, the little kid. Remember he gets hit by the truck, and so the dad buries him in Pet Cemetery, and the old man tries to warn him. Sometimes they come back, and
Earth went sour.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. But he's like, that was a good one. That was creepy.
Yeah, it was really creepy.
But I remember seeing that.
That was the dad from the Munsters. I forget his name. Was like the old man in.
Yeah, he was the Fred Gwynn. Is that it?
He talks to kind of like the weird old timey.
Yeah, he's like, that grandma's sour.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that weird New England sort of whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a good one. That was creepy. And then because he ends up, he buries the kid and the cat and then his wife. Never learns. They all come back to get him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Pet Cemetery, that was a good one. Like,
that scared the crap out of me. I remember watching it in someone's house and terrifying.
All right, last one for pop culture is Disney MGM Studios opened on April 29th, 1989. It was originally tied to Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. It was designed as both a theme park and working production studio, but as Disney shifted towards immersive attractions, it was renamed Hollywood Studios in 2008. Basically, it went from showing you how movies were made to making you feel like you were inside one. And guess what, guys? We have all been there, so we can talk about it.
Well, that's why I was confused. Like, wait, where was that? I don't remember that.
But Hollywood Studios.
But they changed to Hollywood Studios. Like, yes, okay,
I was never there as MGM Studios.
Well, here's the fun fact. So way back when I was a kid, I went to Florida in 1988, I think it was. 88 or 89. It must have been 88. And they were building it. Because you could see it being built, like they were building it, and I just knew it was like all about movies. That's all I knew. And then I never went back until last year, and so I never actually went.
I went there in July of '89, and I was positive it was closed still. I mean,
it could have been. I mean, it takes years to build.
It's probably what my parents told me. It's not open yet. It's not open yet, Eric.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I mean, it takes it takes a long time to build.
Yeah, but it says it opened in April, right?
Oh,
yeah. So I'm saying my little chronological head says, wait a minute, I was there in July.
Well,
my parents said it wasn't open yet.
They probably lied to you.
Bring that up after they have. First, you talk about
the Game Boy, and now this.
I want to know what the fuck is going on.
But now I obviously never was there as MGM Studios, but Hollywood Studios. Is cool.
Yeah, we've all been there for Hollywood Studios. It was cool. It was fun. It's neat.
Star Wars is there.
Well, and they do a really good job of like.
They do.
Like the Star Wars and stuff is like you are in
the movie.
Like it's really cool.
It's insane how massive like the Hollywood Studios like I don't call it like that area of the park is. Yeah, exactly. Because like within that park you have like you said like a Star Wars world, which could be its own park, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that's only a piece of Hollywood Studios.
That was the thing that surprised me going to Disney for the first time, which I did as an adult. Was like, holy shit, this place is.
It's so huge.
You can't even understand how big it is.
Each park is ginormous.
Well, as I said, thinking like here, it's like, I've been to Canada's Wonderland, so it's going to be like that, just bigger. It's like, no, it's not anywhere close to like it's. You can't even compare it.
No, you can spend weeks at Disney and still not see everything.
Oh, I know. I saw a fraction. I could go back 5 more times and probably still not see everything.
Yeah.
All right, I have a couple quick questions for you guys.
Lay it on us.
Steve, was pop culture better when everyone experienced it together?
Yes. 100%.
I think it's true to this day.
That's the biggest thing we've lost in watching stuff on phones and on multiple platforms and stuff is you lost that shared water cooler. Hey, did you see Seinfeld last night or the Simpsons episode? That's all gone.
Yeah. What about you, Eric?
I think the same. Yeah. I think it was better before. I think people are missing that connection of experiencing some stuff together. Yeah. And they're trying to find ways now to bring that back through like watch parties and other ways. But I think it was better before.
A perfect example of this is like in November when the Jays were in the World Series and it was Game 7 and we all could have just watched it at home and texted each other. But I was like, hey, let's all get to. So there was like 15, 12 of us that went to somebody's house and sat and watched it.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that the like emotional ups and downs of that game and the ultimate sadness of them losing like was so much. It wasn't easier, but it was almost easier being around everybody feeling the same thing.
Well, it's like palpable.
Yeah.
The stuff you
like
can just feel
the silence, and we just all, and then you can talk. Like I think we all stayed there talking till like 3 a.m.
I think we all got drunk.
At the
Sorrows.
But but it's a memory now, and there was kids there. Like some people had kids there, and
were not drunk.
No, but I'm just saying they're gonna remember it, even if they don't care now. Like they'll remember it. So
they remember their aunts and uncles. Everyone getting drunk.
Yeah.
Great.
One quick last question. And you have to pick one. Eric, what movie terrified you as a kid that you definitely should not have been watching? That sticks out in your head off the top of your head.
That shouldn't have been watching?
Well, that terrified you. Yeah, that wasn't a kid movie.
Crap.
Okay,
Come back to me.
Steve, go.
There's a bunch of them, but you know what? I think Pet Sematary is up there. I remember watching
Yeah.
Pet Sematary. I was pretty young. I remember being like, I want to say like 9 or 10, maybe watching that.
Yeah.
Well, it must have been because 89, so it would have been like 10. Yeah, I remember Pet Sematary being one of the first ones where it was kind of like, oh, good lord, like when the guy gets his Achilles heel slit and stuff like that.
You're a little outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Eric, anything yet?
There's a movie called Elves that actually creeped the hell out of me.
Why were you watching that?
It was I don't know. I re-rented it. Like it looked like a horror movie that wasn't like too bad because I think it was like 9. My brother was like 7. And my dad rented it for us.
Oh.
Yeah, so we went to the video store. My dad rented it. I was like, well, we want something spooky. He's like, you guys want spooky? We're like, yeah. So I was like,
How
well,
about this?
How about this? This doesn't look as bad as Elves. It can't be. The title was Elves. So I was like, it can't be that bad, right? Like,
Yeah.
How about like creepy little like elves, whatever.
No,
Yeah.
It was
elves are
actually
evil.
It was like little green goblins that were doing awful things to people. It was like scary as hell, and like we had to turn it off.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we have one last thing. We can't forget the major news category, the beep, 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 breaking news, CNN headline stuff. But the Exxon Valdez aftermath that dominated the headlines throughout April 1989, because I believe it happened in March. The aftermath of the Exxon Valdez oil spill remained major news. A disaster shocked the world and changed environmental regulation forever.
Oh yeah, that was horrible. I remember seeing even now you still see the footage of it. And, like
I remember all the animals.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
I say. You see, like it's just
It was awful.
yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because like I literally would never think of that ever, but reading that, I'm like, I immediately go back to watching the news footage of it.
Yeah, I remember seeing on CNN and stuff like that. But I can't ever hear Exxon without thinking about it.
I know.
Yeah.
Like how they ever
But they've
they're still
recovered
around.
from
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
like it's just it was so sad. I mean, it's just I don't remember exactly. I think the captain was in it. Did he get charged or
I have
something
no
like
idea.
that?
I think he was inebriated.
Yeah, there was something
Yeah,
because I remember
something happened
that would
there.
end up being the butt
Allegedly.
of the joke of Waterworld,
Yeah.
right? They're on the Exxon Valdez. It's like, oh, good lord.
Yeah, I don't know anything
But,
about it other
yeah.
than the clips in my head.
No, but I remember just seeing all these poor animals.
aftermath
and,
of the
like,
oil spill,
the shores and stuff like that, and they're trying to clean them up. So yeah, it was awful.
Is that where Dawn started? Because it washes all the greasy animals?
That's right.
That's what
Really?
they use, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know if it's where it started, but I think that's
they used Dawn to help try and save these animals.
The little ducks and stuff?
Well, it's just,
Yeah.
it's just awful. It's just
So sad.
sad.
Well, that's the list we have. Like I said, I'm sure we missed a lot of, stuff that happened in April. It was, April of 1989.
It was a pretty eventful month, though, for 1
Yeah.
year.
It was a hefty
April
month.
of 89.
But we would like you guys to comment below and let us know if there's anything that we did miss that you can think of.
Absolutely.
And we'll start a discussion below. Also, if there is a month and a year that you want us to dissect and talk about, put that in the comments as well, too, because we would love to pick ones that you guys want to hear. So our
Absolutely,
take
yes.
on it.
Any dates near and dear to your heart, let us know.
Yes, we would love to do that. So, I mean, that's it, guys. Or do you feel...
I feel very...
oh, wait, we haven't come back from the time machine yet. Ready, everybody? We're in 2026.
Oh, the present.
That's good. Yes, that was our very first inaugural, The Memories That Made Us, April 1989. It was a good one.
The moments that made
The
us.
moments that made us.
The moments that made us. There we go.
All right, guys, that's it for today's podcast. We thank you so very much for joining us, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Thank you,
Bye.
everybody.